Today on an all-new Dr. Phil, she found her birth mother.
She says I ruined her life.
And her half-sister.
She is not a brat.
But was their reunion?
We are nothing alike.
You do seem to be behaving alike.
You better get out of my face, woman.
A horrible mistake.
You are a survivor of molestation. Did you tell Rhonda there's no way she didn't enjoy it?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I regret the day I ever told you anything.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Well, my first guest, Rhonda, was placed for adoption when she was just 3 days old. She says she was raised by a wonderful family, had 2 younger brothers whom she loves and couldn't have had a better life. But all the while, she wondered, why was I placed for adoption? What made my mother decide not to keep me? Well, Rhonda's questions were answered when she turned 24 and was reunited with her birth mother, Terry. At first, Terry was thrilled to have her oldest daughter back in her life. But it wasn't long before things took a turn for the worst, and Rhonda found out something no child should ever have to hear.
Terry told me that when she found out that she was pregnant, that she had a friend that was a pharmacist, and they tried to come up with some concoction to make Terry miscarry me. She became very, very, very ill, and that's how her mother found out that she was pregnant with me. She blames me. She says, I ruined her life. This is a woman that you have your entire life wondered about, and all of a sudden she's telling you what she wishes if she would have aborted you, and that it would have been easier on her if she would have just done that, or if I would have just died. Those are your demons, but she makes them mine.
Although Rhonda says her relationship with Terry isn't what she hoped it would be, she says the one good thing that came from it was that she met Beth, the younger sister she never knew she had. They instantly formed an unbreakable bond that endures to this day. Now, you'd think Terry would be thrilled about their bond. Well, not so much.
Beth and I, we have a blast together. We're sisters.
I love Rhonda. She's my support.
Rhonda has my back.
My biological mom, Terry, and Beth's relationship is very dysfunctional. Beth has taken Terry's verbal abuse, and she'll vent to me, and she'll express to me how much it hurts her.
2 years ago, I moved closer to my sister. I feel like we both just still have been through the same things with my mom, so therefore we understand it a little bit more. We both just think that her behavior, it's irrational, it's not acceptable.
I'm getting married September 24th, 2016.
And at this point, I don't know if my mom will be invited to my wedding.
Terry is very jealous of my relationship with Beth. Everything became my fault. I've corrupted her. I'm brainwashed her. I'm trying to steal her.
My mom constantly says that Rhonda has warped that smart little brain of yours. And it's so annoying because I have a mind of my own.
Well, the girls say ever since reuniting with Rhonda, Terry has been, well, she's just been a complete mess.
I was 24 years old when I found my biological mother, Terry. For 20 years, it has been drama. You better get out of my face, woman. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, get out of my face. Get out of my face and go sit down right now. Then Terry will attack my sister.
Shut up!
She's always mad. She's angry, and I don't know what she's angry about.
Yeah, because you think we attack you. You sit there and tell me I'm a brat. Dad, you are a brat. She is not a brat.
Yeah, she can be pretty mean to me.
She can send me messages that are the meanest things you've ever heard somebody say. I will get a message that says, I hope you drown. I hate you.
She'll say crazy things. I'm a brat. I think I'm better than her. She thinks the worst of me. I just remember being really little. She pulled me by my hair, but I was sitting in a hamper, and all I remember is her pulling me by my hair down the hallway.
Terry is an alcoholic.
Drinking's a lot of her problem.
Terry is drinking at least 2 large bottles a day of wine. And apparently, Terry is mixing the Xanax with it.
A week ago, my mother moved into the home, and that's actually when I realized how bad her drinking was.
You're killing me. I'm too old for this. You You're the one that starts everything.
Really? You don't, you little brat?
Brat. If she's drunk and you make her mad, she's gonna tell you what she thinks.
Shut up! You shut up! That's my sister! And that was my daughter. You're right, it is. Treat her with a little more respect.
She'd been a fairy tale of mine my whole life. And she's turned out to be nothing but a nightmare.
Okay, it's good to meet you guys. I'm sorry that things aren't going smoothly. Why did you want to find your mother? I mean, what need were you seeking to meet?
Kind of finding out who I was, where I came from. You know, I needed the feeling of who am I? You know?
Healthy question, reasonable question. Has that been answered for you?
Sadly, it has. We are nothing alike. We are, and it's hard to watch.
Well, you'll have to excuse me about this because all I know is what I'm seeing.
Right.
And you do seem to be behaving somewhat alike.
Yeah, I know.
How'd you feel about meeting Sis here?
Well, I always knew about her. It was just kind of weird. I was shy and I just didn't really know, and then we just really connected.
Yeah. Y'all had a connection, and then there was like a 10-year break in there. Why the 10-year break?
Terry would send me actually, she would call me because there was no cell phones back then, and she would leave horrible messages on my answer machines. She would tell me that I've ruined her life. She wishes that she would have aborted me. It would have been easier for her. Blame me for her life being ruined. And she'd leave these on the answer machine for my children to hear, to the point of where we had to turn the answer machine volume down.
So for 10 years, you don't see her?
Yep. My husband got on the phone. She had called one night, and she was really, really drunk, and she was just saying the worst stuff that you can imagine. I mean, the meanest things. And he got on the phone, and he said, "Don't ever call my wife again."
Right.
And that's whenever he handed the phone to me, and I said, "You've been a fairy tale of mine my entire life, and you've turned out to be nothing but a nightmare." Okay,
I'm gone. 10 years later, think I'll do that again.
No, it was actually my mother and I it was Christmas time, and they were at my house, and she said, "Have you talked to Terry lately?" And I said, "When hell freezes over." And she said, "Rhonda, you weren't raised that way." She said, "If something ever happened to her," she said, "you would feel bad the rest of your life." And so I sent her a Christmas card with my address and phone number in there. And that's when my aunt called me on the phone and said that Terry has been sober for 2 years. She is going through a divorce, and she has a job. And she said she'd love to talk to you again. And I said, okay. And from that point on, and when I talked to her then, it was great.
And now your mother thinks that she's the mastermind creating all this trouble and brainwashing you.
It's probably because I'm finally to the point where I don't know if I want a relationship with her anymore. Because it's this cycle. We'll talk for 2 months, and then I even think, I'm like, when is she gonna start sending mean text messages? So it's like I'm just tired of dealing with it. So finally, I'm just like, maybe we can't have a relationship. I'm done with this. I don't want this life with you anymore. And so I finally in May blocked her because we had this crazy argument. A couple of days later, she'll say sorry, like always, and I always forgive her. And so I think with that, with me finally standing up to her, she thinks that it's because Rhonda is like, I'm different. Right. She says, you came down here, you have this attitude now. You think you're better than us. You have a family up there now. You left your family here. it's irrational thinking. Absolutely.
Well, there's two sides to every story. We're going to hear the other side, because after the break, we're going to meet Terry. We're going to talk about what happened when she arrived at the studio this morning, what my security staff had to confiscate from her before she was even allowed to enter the building. We're going to hear what she has to say when we come back.
And Rhonda gang up on me.
Hey, shut up. You shut up.
When Rhonda came back in my life, I started drinking more.
And later...
I regret the day I ever told you anything. The reason anybody knows is because of you, and I regret it so much.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. Their son went from star athlete to homeless moocher.
I sleep at schools, park benches. When my parents are home, I'll sleep in the shed.
They kicked him out.
Did you tell your mother, I'm not leaving, you can't get me out of here because I'm bigger than you?
I did.
Where do you get off doing that?
But now...
What is it you blame them for? What did they do?
They're in for a shock.
How can you possibly accuse us of doing that?
That's tomorrow.
Beth and Rhonda say their mother is a mean, verbally abusive drunk. In fact, this morning, staff said on the way to the studio, she had an open bottle of wine and was drinking from Dixie cups that she had found in the hotel lobby. Then when she arrived here at the studio, she bumped into the metal detector, seemingly disoriented. When security checked her bag, they found the open wine bottle and confiscated it because it was glass, and you can't bring that in here because I don't want anybody stabbing me. Terry says the only reason she drinks is because of Rhonda and Beth. Take a look.
Rhonda's telling lies. She's got Beth believing things I know I never said. Rhonda loves drama, which I try to avoid. Beth and Rhonda gang up on me.
The way that you go off and you perceive things, the way that you go off and that you look at things is ridiculous. It's all about you. I want to talk about your mom. I don't want to talk about it.
Shut up.
No, shut up. No, you shut up. They're sick and tired of you doing this.
Rhonda sent me texts like, I'm a good mother. I'm glad I was adopted. I didn't have to be raised by you. When I got pregnant with Rhonda, I did want to keep her, but my mother and dad couldn't afford it. When Rhonda came back in my life, I started drinking more. My wine's freezing. Listen, I need to slow down. I do have a problem. Rhonda and Beth both buy me alcohol. They know I've got a problem. Rhonda has made Beth more angry at me. She tries to put the blame on me. Rhonda's very manipulative. Beth's a follower, not a leader. Rhonda butts in, gets in between me and Beth. Beth allows her to do it, so.
You know what? Respect is earned. Whenever you go off and you respect somebody, they respect you back.
Really, Rhonda?
Yes, really.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Been listening to what your daughters have had to say. Now, you two actually felt like she needed some wine this morning to keep from having the shakes.
Oh, yeah.
And going into withdrawal. Is that true?
That's true.
Have you been going into withdrawal this morning?
Well, yeah, until I did drink, and I was fine, okay, after that.
Okay, are you, so you're alcohol dependent to the point that if you don't have it, you go into withdrawal?
Yes.
And she has to have her Xanax, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so you're mixing Xanax and alcohol together on a regular basis?
Yes.
And what else?
Diet pills, which I haven't been on for the last 2 weeks.
And you have an antidepressant.
Oh, and Prozac.
Okay.
20 milligram Prozac.
Okay, so you're taking alcohol, Xanax, diet pills, and antidepressants.
Mm-hmm.
And you're mixing all that up on a regular basis. But do you realize that that is a potentially, in fact, likely lethal concoction?
Yes. I mean, yes, I do and I don't. I guess I just I tried to feel better, so.
Are you, so at this point, do you consider yourself drunk right now?
I'm high.
And it's morning. Do you drink every morning?
Yes.
You have, you said that you're drinking because of these two. Is Rhonda an evil force in your life at this point?
Well, yeah, she is. I mean, she's like my daughter and me were fine until she moved away, and then Beth has just changed. She's not the same person she was.
She's not the same person because of Rhonda.
Yes, exactly. Explain myself.
But yet, whenever you were a little bit sober, it was the best thing for her to move, wasn't it? It was the best thing for her to come. But then whenever she comes up here, all of a sudden, I've manipulated her. I have corrupted her mind. I forced her. I begged her to stay. This was never a good thing for Beth. It was me. I took her away from you.
So what do you want? What do you want? You too. What do you want?
I just want to know what you really think, because one day you think one way and the next you think a total different. So I never know what you truly feel.
Oh, really? You do the same thing to me. You think one day, and I mean, Beth, you are so rude to me. I mean, you cannot.
I do think I'm rude to you. I will admit that.
Don't shake your head at me. Do I?
I do think I'm rude to you.
Yeah, you are. Why? Why?
Maybe because you text her these crazy text messages all the time.
Oh, really? And you don't?
All the time. Yeah, I text you back whenever you text me crazy messages till 4:30 in the freaking morning.
You have done me like that in the middle of the day and ignored you.
You're wrong.
I've got them.
You're wrong. Yeah,
Mom, that's because you drink at nightenime and you don't remember. You'll text
my phone.
I'll tell you I have to get up for work at 5:30 in the morning. Do not text me past 10 o'clock. There you go. 1:32 in the morning.
Saw my mom doing everything.
Just weird, crazy text messages. And then the next day,
and you get mad.
Yeah, and then you don't remember what you said. So it's like, I don't even want to argue with you.
Well, okay. Then why am I mad? Why am I angry?
Well, I don't know.
We're going to take a break. Next, we'll talk about the accusation Beth made when she was 11 that is still causing problems with her mother over a decade on. You are a survivor of molestation. Did you tell Rhonda there's no way she didn't enjoy it?
How would you like to make Dr. Phil history? Log on to omaze.com/Robin to donate for a chance at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
A very special guest is going to walk a day in my shoes. You and a friend will fly out to Los Angeles, get all glammed up, and get the hair done, and get your makeup done. We're going to have a ball. And then you'll join me here on the set, right here, for a very special taping of the Dr. Phil Show. Here's where we make history. At the end of the show, you will become the first fan ever to join me and Philip on national television for our signature walk-off. And the best part of all is that all entries support my foundation, When Georgia Smiled. And it's only $10. That's right. For $10, you get a chance to walk a day in my shoes and be a part of all of this.
Beth was molested by a family friend.
I told my mom about it. He denied it, and it was just kind of like embarrassing, and we just kind of like swept it under the rug, forgot about it. We didn't talk about it for years, and then all of a sudden, she decides that I lied about it. I did it to mess up their friendship.
Terry has thrown the molestation in Beth's face numerous times.
We went out to dinner. My mom comes up and says, let's get down to the true story. You're a liar. He never touched you. I had a drink in my hand. I threw it right in her face, and then I left. And I don't regret it. And the next day, she wants to apologize and say she doesn't remember doing any of it.
Tell me why you are upset.
With it, her?
Yes.
Because I'm just angry about it. That every time I meet him, I can't say what I want to say.
No, say what you want to say. It's okay. Say anything you want to say. It's okay.
It's just a man I love. I refuse.
Really? That's your child.
Well, he is my child.
Yeah, it is your child.
Yeah, that's because one day I lied about it, and the next you believe me. One day you lie about it. Whatever's more convenient for you. When you want to be with them, I lied. You know how it feels?
Why don't you confront him?
Because it's awkward. Why would I ever want to talk about anything like that? I regret the day I ever told you anything. The reason anybody knows is because of you, and I regret it so much. Why would... You don't know how it feels at all. You have no idea. You told my best friend, you told
Why
her.
would you be embarrassed?
But you, when I was a little kid.
Why would you be embarrassed, Beth?
It's awkward. It's weird.
The person we're talking about is not here to defend themselves or give the other side of the story. I'll have to be generic here and just say there is a person that is known to this family that you say molested you. And you confided that in your mother because your mother has a relationship with this person, correct?
Correct.
And you told us you did not believe her. You called her a liar. You did not believe her. And you said that to her. But then you said, as things unfolded and you found out more, you discovered that it was evident that she was telling the truth. That's what you told us.
True.
Correct? Yeah. That you did not believe her at the time. You told her she was a liar. Get away. Stop saying that. But then, as more evidence came out, that it was evident and clear to you that it was the truth. And now you're still being critical of the way she handled it or the way she is accommodating to it now?
Yeah.
And are you still in contact with that person?
No.
Do you still have a relationship?
Not continuously, no. Just when
When he doesn't want a relationship with you.
It's been 14 years, right? How long has it been? How many years has it been?
Since what?
Yeah, it's been 10, 12 years, yeah.
So it's been 12 years since this occurred.
Okay.
For all of those years, you've continued contact even though you knew that it was true.
Well, I didn't exactly know. I mean, I didn't know.
Sometimes she believes it, sometimes.
I didn't know. I mean, you were just too close to him.
Did you tell Rhonda there's no way she didn't enjoy it?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
enjoyed.
Did you ever say that? Did you ever
No.
think that?
No.
You didn't say that to Rhonda?
No, I didn't.
You didn't say
Rhonda
that to
wasn't
her
even there.
friends?
She doesn't know what's going on.
You didn't say that to her?
No, I
friends?
did not.
But you did continue the relationship with this person?
Yes, I did.
Does that seem right?
No, it doesn't.
Why did you do it?
I wanted to believe it didn't happen. I really did.
But you believe her one day and then you call her a liar the next.
Yeah.
So you waffle on it.
I do. I do.
Whatever's convenient for her that day, whatever's convenient for that day. It's how it is. It can be the same text message. In one text message, you're saying that she's a liar, and then you can scroll down.
This ain't got nothing to do with me and
This
her.
is my sister. It sure does.
I know it doesn't.
Then you should never have told me about it years ago, huh?
Because you've got a big mouth, and all you ought to
I
do
have
is
a big
talk
mouth.
public.
You're the one that told
I'm the one that has a
everybody.
big mouth.
You
come
told
off and
people,
told
too.
I
everybody.
told you, and you only. And I regret it. I wish I would never told you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry today? I'll ask you in 5 days and see how you feel then.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the fight between Terry and Rhonda that nearly came to blows. We're going to find out what happened to make Terry so upset that she almost got physical with her. We'll talk about that. And we're going to look at some of these text battles between them when we come back.
You sit there and tell me I'm a brat. Dad, she is not a brat. You better sit your ass down. Don't you ever raise your fist at me.
We've been talking about Terry and her daughters, Rhonda and Beth. Now, all the women say the anger and nastiness between them is off the charts, and they are at their breaking points. They allowed our cameras into Beth's home, where Terry is currently living, so we could just be a fly on the wall and see how they interact. One fight in particular stood out. Now, understand, we were a fly on the wall here. We just kind of kept track of what happened. Take a look.
It is my business. That's my sister. And that's my daughter. You're 10 years. You better get out of my face, woman. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, get out of my face. Get out of my face and go sit down right now. Get out of my face now. Get out of my face.
Fish should walk off.
Yeah, because you think we attack you. You sit there and tell me I'm a brat. Dad, she is not a brat. God, woman, you better sit your ass down. Don't you ever raise your fist at me. Ever. Ever.
What do you think about that?
It's terrible.
What do you think
It's
about it?
embarrassing. She brings out a rage in me that I've never felt with anybody before. Especially when she starts going at her. When she starts attacking at her.
That has nothing to do with me and her. This is our conversation, not yours.
I'm sorry, I was having a conversation with him and he asked me a question and I was talking to her about it. So don't you worry about it. Sit back.
You don't worry about it either.
These exchanges between the two of you, I mean, what are you doing? What? This happened, this was Christmas Day. Merry Christmas.
I know.
Merry Christmas, December 13. This was the exchange. You are a lousy, sloshy drunk. You have a daughter that came to see you, but booze was more important. have another drink and lose my number again like I told you before. Merry Christmas, Terry. You respond, get out of my life and don't ever judge me again. You better look ahead. Your time is coming. Get out of my life and my kids. You respond, you've been a worthless, drunk piece of your whole life and you just keep on. Get blanking sober. To which you respond, you're a horrible daughter who set out to destroy me and my family. You're going to reap a harvest of bad seeds. Hope I'm around to see it happen. Now, you have no idea how much we cleaned this up with these ellipses in here, but that was Christmas of 13, so, you know, it was just holiday cheer, but spring always brings a fresh perspective. Let's jump to spring of this year. Wrinkly, old, I can't even. Used to be pretty and washed herself up in booze and pills. You will have me carried out. I'm not fat. I look great compared to you. I wish you would die. Great parenting. I wish you would die. Oh, says the lady with a clean mouth. I regret the day I gave my mom the right to find you. You are just an evil, no good person. Now, spring does renew the spirit, doesn't it? We're all very excited about your wedding.
Yep.
That's, you know, because when somebody's getting married, then everybody puts everything aside and celebrates that. For that person, they put their own agendas aside and celebrates that. Well, maybe not. Is Beth getting married? I'm not going to worry about you or her. You have treated me horrible for 20 years. I'll relay the message. She's a better person than you. You're clueless or drunk or high, I'm sure both. You poisoned my sweet daughter, stuck your fangs in her. I can't stand you. You are a conniving, sad, lonely person. I'm sorry for you and all your hate. You get the hell out of my life forever. God, you have no idea how we cleaned that up. You must think you got mixed up at the hospital or something. Next, Beth's getting married next year, but the big question is, will Terry be invited? We're going to find out why Rhonda, being matron of honor, well, you can guess it's causing a little angst. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. Their son went from sports hero to homeless.
We had to kick Ian out.
I left after they called the cops.
Did you tell your mother you can't get me out of here because I'm bigger than you?
That's tomorrow.
Since Terry's moved in, there's been a lot of drinking, a lot of arguing. The meanest thing that I've witnessed Terry say to Beth is telling her that she's worthless, that she's a brat.
She is a rotten brat.
The comments and the things that she says to her and her sister are very degrading and very disrespectful. The meanest thing that I've heard Terry say to Rhonda is that she should have never had her. Terry will wake up the next morning and act like nothing happened.
That was Beth's fiance, Ryan. Beth wrote to me for help with her mother, who she says is mean, nasty, and verbally abusive, which is all exacerbated by her drinking and pill popping. Terry says their biggest fight right now is over Rhonda being named matron of honor and her not being officially invited to the wedding yet. Take a look.
I'm getting married this time next year. My mom doesn't want to come because Rhonda's the matron of honor.
Why do you care who my best friend is? Why do you care who's in my wedding? It's none of your business.
My opinion means nothing, but her opinion means everything.
She doesn't give me an opinion on anything.
If my mom comes to my wedding in the state of mind she's in right now, I'm afraid that she'll pick a fight with Rhonda. I do plan on serving her non-alcoholic wine if she comes to the wedding.
If she doesn't sober up, she's not going to come to the wedding. I don't want her day to be ruined over this woman who thinks she's entitled to treat us like crap.
Okay. Congratulations on your
Thank you.
on your wedding. Why would you presume to tell her who her matron of honor should not be?
Because of this person that is causing me so much anger in my life.
But it's not your way. It's not about you.
No, no. But I mean, I feel like that, you know, it should be some about me, about some.
Why?
Why? Because it's my daughter, you know, the one I raised, and I just, you know.
And I've told you I want you to be a part of everything if you get sober.
If I get sober. But if not, no, you're not going to be.
And why is that? Because what we've seen here is what you do.
Well, here's the exchange on that. This is my wedding. You should be mature enough to be able to set differences aside for a day or two. If you choose to not be there, that's your decision. I'll do whatever you want, but nothing that she's involved in. She has been horrible. I won't stand for it. So you won't be at the wedding? No, Beth, you choose her above me. You grow up. She polluted your very smart brain. I'm not choosing anyone. You're trying to make this all about you. That's your choice if you decide not to come. I won't watch her be your maid of honor. Your choice, she wins because of you, not me. Well, I'm going to bed. Hope you decide to be part of everything. I'm not changing my mind. I won't. So it's a lot about you.
It's not.
Well, no, it's not, but you're doing everything you can to make it so. What do you want to see happen?
I want her to get sober, off Xanax, off every little pill that she takes, no alcohol, because she's a completely different person when she drinks. I've known her when she's sober. She's fun. She's nice. She's giving. When I say night and day, it is night and day. So I want her to get completely clean of everything. I want her to get therapy because I don't know what she's so mad about. I don't know what her brain really thinks. And I want her to get therapy and help for whatever is making her so mad and mean, because I can't be a part of it anymore.
What would your script be?
Same as hers. I want her to be healthy. I want her to be happy.
When she's sober, she does love Rhonda. When she's sober, she loves me.
It hurts me because she has blamed me for her whole life being this way. It's my fault.
What would your script be?
Really? Really, Rhonda?
Yeah, really.
It's all about me?
It is about you.
It's all about me.
It's always about
when
you.
I got pregnant.
Whoa.
No, I'm getting mad now.
What would your script be?
I don't know.
Okay.
Dr. Phil, you
all right, we'll
help
be
me
right
out
back.
a little bit?
Do you need Dr. Phil's help? Text Phil to 88500 and share your story for a chance to appear on the show. Standard message and data rates may apply.
We can't do this show without you, our studio audience.
If you are going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Because we have a lot of fun here, don't we?
Or you can call 323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445.
Just when we were going to break, I asked you what your script would be, and your response was, really? You said, I'm really getting mad. Then you said to me, just at the break, you said, I don't know what people are laughing about. Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, it is. That's what's so funny about it.
I think, if I may be so bold as to speak for the audience, I think they're laughing at the absurdity of the positions that you're taking and the absurdity of your unwillingness to recognize and own your role and contribution in what's going on here. How am I doing? I am not shocked because I think you're drunk on your ass. I think your brain is toxic with drugs and alcohol, and I think you have to remind yourself to breathe. I think your brain is toxic. I don't think it's just blood alcohol. I think your brain at a cellular level is toxic for drugs and alcohol. I think we could get your blood clean. I think your brain would be toxic for a long time to come. I think you have really contaminated yourself. I think it is a long cleanup. I think it is a long dig out.
I'm scared any day I'm gonna be at her funeral, and I'm gonna hate that we fought my whole life. I just want it to be better.
You what? You're gonna hate what?
I just don't want to be at her funeral thinking all we did was fight. I'm scared she's gonna die.
Well, that may very well be what happens if something doesn't change in the interim. But let me tell you something. What you're doing right now is not helping this situation, and it's not helping you. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. And what we're doing now is we're being reduced to the lowest common denominator here. She's dragging everything down to its most base level and pulling out the worst of everybody because she is toxic. She is toxic in her brain. She is contaminated with chemicals and substances. So when you're talking to her, you're not talking to her. You're talking to a chemical version of her. And it's pulling the worst out of both of you. You're saying things that are unbecoming to you. You're saying things that are unbecoming to you. You're doing things that are unbecoming to both of you. She has got you and is controlling you with her toxicity, and you're going for it like Jesse went for the train. Man, it's just like, there it is. It's like, I mean, you're going for it. Stop doing it. Here's a simple solution to that. Stop doing it. Unplug, disengage.
Thursday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Oprah Winfrey!
Oprah is back.
How y'all doing?
Her new life.
I'm cleaning out my office in Chicago. I'm still letting go.
Her new passions.
You've changed a lot. So why did you stop this?
Her new series.
This is the biggest human event on earth. You hear about love stories, but this is a love story.
Okay, I'm going to cry over that.
That's Thursday.
Want to get something off your chest? Sign up for the drphil.com community and weigh in on your favorite episodes and share your personal stories with other community members. Plus, get started on your own blog to share your thoughts on the topics that interest you most. I'll be reading those message boards. Log on to drphil.com today. You are a survivor of molestation. You have an open, gaping, oozing wound within you. It will contaminate your relationship when you get married if it is not healed. You cannot let this toxic version of this woman define who you are and define the level at which you conduct yourselves. It is unbecoming. You are better than that. Do not do that. Stop doing that. Stop engaging. Don't jump up and get in her face and dare her to throw down. Come on, what are you going to do, have a fist fight with your mother? Oh, great job.
No, she charged at me.
I don't, then get out, walk away, get in your car and leave. You're a toxic drunk. You know that.
Yes.
You're taking pills. Look, this is self-destructive behavior. It's got to stop. You've got, there's something called comorbidity. You're not just an alcoholic. You've got so much going on. I think if we unscrewed the top of your head and looked in, it would scare the hell out of everybody. I can't tell you I know how you feel, but I can just imagine how a mother at the core of their soul knows that they allowed their daughter to be molested and did nothing about it.
I did not know.
And
I did not know. I mean,
you know it now. You know it now.
In my heart, yes, I know.
And you've never dealt with that. There's so much going on inside you. that has to be sorted through, and you cannot do it through a drug and alcohol haze. There's a place in West Palm Beach, Florida, and it's the Hanley Center, and it's part of the Origins Behavioral Healthcare Center, which I think is the nation's leading dual diagnosis treatment center. Robert Park is here. He's the executive vice president. This is Robert Park right here. I flew him in here today specifically for you because I believe your life absolutely depends on it. And as my gift to this family, I'm willing to put you in this treatment center to deal with your psychological challenges as well as this severe addiction and get you a chance to get under control. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
It's a lot of work. You guys support this, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you very much need some very specialized help and care with what I'm talking about, with what you've been through. I don't want you to carry all of this baggage into your marriage. I want you to have a fresh start. Hit the reset button and just decide who you want to be in your life. Don't you want that fresh start?
Yeah. Keep talking.
You don't need to talk.
Thanks.
You just need to hope. And we're going to get that done for you. A special thanks to my guest today, and particularly Robert Park and the team at Origins Behavioral Center, and particularly the folks at Hanley. We'll see you next time.